with that whole process of coming back in 2019, you had great IPLs in 15, 16, 17. You were leading run scorer twice. You made 800 runs one year, and then coming back in 19. Was there a fear somewhere? How will I be accepted? Will it still be the same coming back? Is Ken Williamson's captain now? Will it be the same? Was there any apprehension on your part when you were on your way to Hyderabad?
There was no apprehension. It was about myself thinking, am I going to be able to still play at that level? Because you're not playing at that level for a year. It has its challenges, and if you're not facing 145 kilometers an hour every day in the nets like I do, there's got to be some challenges. There's got to be some bit of thoughts in the back of your head. Am I able to do this? There's going to be doubts, but once I got back into the rhythm of training and back into the team environment, it was literally like I hadn't left, and the guys made me so welcome. Obviously, Tom Moody, VVS, and Murali, and obviously Kane as captain. It was just great that I was welcomed back, and obviously with the Sunrisers family and the owners, they were absolutely amazing, and I can't thank them enough. The whole of Hyderabad, how I was received and how I was welcomed was absolutely fantastic, and I'm just grateful for obviously Tom Moody, who obviously picked me up in the auction with obviously VVS and Murali and the owners. So from there, it was about trying to establish myself in the IPL. You've obviously always got a little doubt in your mind, am I going to be able to go toe for toe with the best cricketers in the world? And only 4 international players can play. So it's very difficult. And that means 1 batsman, maybe 2 batsmen maximum. So, and then comes with all that is the pressure. So if you're on, a lot of money and you go out there and you're going, if I fail, I'm never going to get picked up again. So you got all these things that go through your mind, and for us as international cricket players, at that stage I was like, I'm just going to go out there with a clear mind, as I always do, and just back myself and do what I have to do to get the team off to a good start, and that's all I always trying to set out to do.
Is there pressure as an overseas player? Are you almost like this expensive football player going to United? That you're this expensive player. I mean, did you think, gee, this is a bit like Ronaldo at United?
Yeah, look, I feel that us as international players have a lot more to do than just play the game there. We're there to educate as well, because there's obviously a lot of young guys that are playing and coming through the ranks who get an opportunity, who are picked up with the franchises. So I feel that we've got a lot of responsibility, not just on the field, but off the field, to help grow not just international cricket, but Indian cricket as well. And I think a lot of the young guys are learning. Even I'm learning still from a lot of the young guys and other international players. You see, I'm playing with Kane Williamson. I'm playing, I played with AB de Villiers, and I'm obviously playing with Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. You get an insight to how these guys would play and bowl or defend to different opposition that you play with as well. So the knowledge is being thrown out there. So today's game is harder because everyone knows you inside out.
You've often talked about the buzz being at the IPL, and then you obviously enjoyed it. 3 times, no one's won that orange cap 3 times. What was it like to be captain? I mean, obviously you want to be captain of Australia, and maybe yes, maybe no. What was it like to come to a new city, be accepted enough? You probably didn't know Hyderabad when you were growing up. You probably didn't know where it was on the map. And then almost like a second home, to come there, be accepted, be captain. What was that like?
Yeah, look, it really meant a lot to be asked to captain, and you don't turn those offers down, and they don't come around too often. And for me, it was about, I knew the team so well. We all gelled well together. We knew each other's game plans, and I think the best thing about our team we know how to scrap very well. And I always talk about this. People say, what's your favourite game? Can you tell us the favourite game that you played in? I love the games where, we've only made 130 or 120 odd, and our bowlers go out there and defend, because that there, or you're chasing big totals, that there, it shows a lot of character in your team. You have belief that you can actually win those tight games. And that year that we won in 2016, I reckon we had 4 or 5 games that went down to the last over.
Tell me, you won a World Cup. You've obviously winning the Ashes is great for an Aussie. How big was that 2016 run? You're captain, you've scored so many runs, you've literally taken your team along. There are a lot of good players around you too, but you took the team along. How big was that for you personally? The day you finish your career, how will you look back? Where will that be in your life?
Oh, it'll be very, very special. Look, to captain and lead a team to a trophy, sits up there with anything, and I'll cherish that moment forever. And just those memories of the doubts as well when we won the toss and I elected to bat first. There's a lot of people's heads going like this, and I was like, at the end of the day, our strength was defending. That was our strength. Why would we change our game plan to try and beat these guys by chasing when we didn't chase well at all the whole season? And they're things that satisfy me most because I back the ability of our team. I had a good conversation with Kane Williamson and Moses and Boovy around that. I spoke to Tom and I said, you have to trust us as players out there. This is what we're better at and what we're good at. The only way to beat these guys is by your strength. Taking on their strength was going to be difficult. But sitting there at, I think, 1 for 140 off 10, I was nervous. I was very nervous. But the satisfying thing was that we delivered. And as I said, that's definitely up there with a World Cup and an Ashes 100%.